Hello, everybody. For the first time, welcome to Trails and Truths. I'll give you a little bit of history, a little bit of geography, a lot of hiking, and some of my thoughts once I'm camped out. Today, I am at the Red River Gorge National Geological Area, part of Boone National Forest in Kentucky. It's a decently crowded day out here, but it's beautiful. Beautiful weather, perfect for a hike. So I think it's a lot of families doing day hikes. I wasn't seeing a lot of overnight parking passes because you do need a permit to camp here. It's like $5 and you can get it at a gas station down the road. Um, but I'll go ahead and display the route that I'm going to be doing right here. And I'm going to be taking that one just for a one-nighter. It's going to be about 6 miles round trip, and I'm excited to get rolling. Hopefully it's not too crowded with people setting up shop out there, but dispersed camping is allowed throughout these woods, and I have a hammock. So that's not going to cause too many issues for me. So with that being said, let's get on our way to Gray's Arch. As we get going, we'll touch a bit on the history of the area and the geography of the area itself. Red River Gorge is within the larger Daniel Boone National Forest, which was first established in 1937 as the Cumberland National Forest. It was later renamed for Daniel Boone, who was one of America's first folk heroes, being the pioneer and explorer that settled the Kentucky area. Red River Gorge and Daniel Boone National Forest sit on the Cumberland Plateau in southeastern Kentucky as the hills kind of start to roll into the Appalachian Mountain Range. Red River Gorge is characterized more so by the thousands of years of erosion that carved it out than it is the towering peaks of the Appalachian Mountains to its east. Now let's get back to the trail. So I'm standing under this massive cave that's just off the side of the trail. It's absolutely stunning. I'll stick a shot of the whole thing in here, but I think we're close to Gray's Arch. It's crazy to me that this isn't even the main attraction. I mean, I've only been a mile so far. I'd hike a mile out and back for this. This is nuts, but I figure this is also as good a spot as any for a little bit of lunch. A peanut butter sandwich is very hard to beat at any time, let alone in a cave, in the woods. This is the best. Hello, and right now I'm standing under Gray's Arch. This is where the hike took us out to. As proof, Americans will use anything other than the metric system. This thing is about 70 to 80 feet tall, which puts it in the size range of Disney's Magic Kingdom Castle, which I think is pretty cool. This thing's definitely pretty grand. It was definitely a pretty decent scramble to get up here. Definitely would try to not do it when it's wet, but it's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous, and I'm gonna soak it in for a second. First stop is complete. I'm now on the rough trail portion of this hike, and I've still got a ways to go. So I will see y'all at Hanson's Point, and hopefully where I want to end up setting up camp for the night. What is going on, y'all? I am on this tree here, taking a quick little break. One, because this elevation change actually beat my ass. I ran a marathon in the spring. I'm not in marathon shape right now, but I'm a decently athletic guy. And I think I've climbed 1,200 feet, my map said, so that's no joke. But also, this tree specifically, the one that I'm sitting on, this is going to mark where you get off for the Hanson's Point Trail. I know it is unmarked on some maps, but this is what you're going to be looking for, and that's where I am now. So we're almost to the site, and I'll see you guys when I'm there. Well, folks, here we are. I would say this is worth about every step of the 4.8 miles I just took up here. Is absolutely gorgeous. The campsites that are kind of right near Hanson's Point, I mean, I'm showing up at 4 o'clock, so I figured they were going to be taken. I'm going to end up backtracking a little bit, but I'm going to sit and enjoy this view before I get to camp. I mean, how crazy is that? Come on, man. Howdy. Do you hear that? Nothing. It's so quiet out here. It's fantastic. But I have all of my firewood gathered now. Not quite dark out yet. I didn't know if I wanted to do this little portion by the fire, but I don't need to get the fire rolling until it's dark out so I can, keep warm, keep some light going. But it is time for the truths portion of this video. So this is the first time that I'm trying this out. So um, I'm not really sure how short or long this is going to be, but I figured a wonderful topic for my first video would be beginnings, right? So the easiest way to get things done is to begin anything in life, right? And I am a believer that, it's never too late to start over. I think, that person out there who's 50 and wants to change career paths, you can work another 20 years and retire at 70 and you've had a second career. Like, how wonderful is that? So new beginnings are fantastic and they compel us, right? Think about the hero's journey and the ability to start anew and to change. It's a tale as old as time and it's beautiful. But a point I think we often miss is, yes, you can start over however many times you think is necessary, but you're only going to get so far if you keep starting over and over and over and over and over again, right? So think about, you want to do anything. there's a billion different excuses. Then you can say, oh, well, yeah, I can just start over tomorrow. Yeah, well, this thing got in the way, so I can just start over tomorrow. I think the idea of always being able to begin anew can be something that's hopeful, but it can also be an obstacle that stands in our way. So when we begin something new, like for me in this particular instance, solo backpacking, I've done plenty of hiking in my life. I've never done it alone before. But I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to go on a trip like this. I want to see how far I can take this. I'm going to go to a new place. I'm going to do it alone. I'm going to start a YouTube channel. I'm going to see how far I can take this stuff. This is not going to be my only upload on this channel, right? Because I think once we do begin anew, we owe it to ourselves to say, hey, how far can I take this thing? There's nothing wrong with something not being for you, right? But if you stop at the first sign of adversity, then you'll never know, right? I mean, how compelling would Lord of the Rings have been if Sam and Frodo just turned back because the stairs to Mordor were too high? I mean, nobody wants to hear a story like that. Stories, they need obstacles and they need adversity. And when you give yourself a fresh start a billion different times over, then you're not really telling a story. You're not progressing as much as the person who pushes through that sort of adversity. So I don't mean for this to be cynical in any manner. I hope it doesn't come off that way. I hope that, new beginnings can be inspiring for you, right? You have the free will to go do anything at any time. How awesome is that? How cool is that? But, be careful what you pick, right? Because I believe that you can do anything in life, right? Just matters what it's worth to you. But you can't do everything in life. I don't think that's really possible. We only have so much time. So if you're starting over and over and over and over again, what are you doing with your time, right? So new beginnings, so beautiful. And I hope that, you feel inspired to try new things, especially at this turn of the new year. I want to lose that weight. Last year, I started learning guitar personally. I ran a marathon for the first time in my life last year. And those were things that I had to begin anew to do, right? But I also saw those things through this YouTube channel. This is something that I'm no expert, right? But I am at least trying. I'm at least starting, and that is half the battle. But then you have to keep going. I think that gets lost sometimes. There's a million different excuses that you can make, and don't fall victim to, oh, well, I could always start over, because it is actually a trap. If you don't allow yourself to have a plan B and you pivot and you find another way to win along your path, it's going to be much more rewarding than just turning back. And then just along with that, with a couple of other thoughts, once you do begin and you keep going along your journey, allow other people to do the same, right? I think being gatekeepy is awful. Don't be a douchebag, right? I mean, I feel like that's human being 101, right? The golden rule. But just remember what it was like when you were first starting out. No one's good at anything instantly, right? So I think it's also really important to project that empathy onto other people who are just starting things out. Maybe if it's a friend of yours who is falling into oh, I'll do it next time, I'll do it next time, I'll do it tomorrow. Try to get with them and, give some loving, constructive feedback. Say, hey, I want you to be able to do this. But you got to stop beginning anew every week, right? So breaking that cycle can be incredibly liberating, and also it can be something you can help people with. As far as beginnings, it's also important to try new things just so life doesn't get mundane, right? Think about how you feel when you started anything. I mean, a job that you might have hated. You might have been excited on the first day just because it was something new, right? When the future is full of possibilities, life feels so much more beautiful. And I believe it's never over. So that's why I think it's important to try new things, and you have to get out of your comfort zone to do that. So I'll go back to my own examples with guitar, with running, with weight loss. Those were uncomfortable things to start, but I saw them through, and you build momentum and things get exciting. After you've started, after you've begun something new, life gets really, really exciting. And then maybe you get used to it and it becomes part of your routine. I mean, running's part of my routine now. I practice my guitar now. You have to begin new things, not only to keep things interesting, but also I think it's important that you remember how to, right? I think sometimes people get into a sort of midlife crisis sort of mode because everything has been the same for them for 20 years. They've never begun something new, and they just start losing their mind, right? I mean, who wouldn't? So I think that just it could be anything. And it doesn't have to be at the turn of the new year. I mean, you can begin anew today. You can begin anew anytime you want to. I mean, as I'm filming this, it's December 24th. I didn't wait until, oh, well, I'll start this YouTube channel in New Year. I might not have this edited in time, but start now, right? And you can start now at anything at any point in your life. And that's why the human adventure is so awesome. So these have been my truths and my kind of thoughts about beginning anew and beginning and trying new things. And that's kind of how I've been feeling about my own new YouTube channel. So this is the truths portion. The truths portion has concluded. I think I'm going to try and get this fire started and maybe cook up some food. So have a good one, and I hope this has been maybe resonating with you, or at least intriguing, and God bless. I've just got a little fire starter in there, and this stuff's so dry it's going to go up real nice. This is about to be way bigger. Just wait and see. You really can never have enough kindling. You want the heart of your fire to get nice and hot before you start throwing some of this big stuff like I have over here on it. So I think I've got enough to get it going, or keep it going for a couple of hours, but I got to run through all this smaller stuff first and make sure that there's a really nice bed of coals for it to burn over if I want to stay warm tonight. I tried to take this with my headlamp on. Turns out it's kind of blinding. Look at that. Got food, got fire. Life is good. Alright, y'all. Not bothering getting my mic out for this one, but got my fire extinguished. I am snug as a bug in a rug in the hammock. It's gonna stop rocking eventually. Repping the shoe hat, even though it's very sad they got eliminated from the playoffs tonight, and I am ready for bed, so I'll see you all tomorrow. Hello, and good morning, team. We are still here, snug as a bug in a rug. Sun's up, but it is cloudy. I kind of got rained on last night. I was gonna make breakfast this morning, but kind of feel like just packing up and getting out of here, so I'm not gonna film myself packing out camp. It's kind of a lot of work when I kind of want to just go home. So I am just going to get things packed up, and I will see you on the trip. So I'm actually here now off this little Pinchum Tight. Just leads you to the side of this cliff. This was a 4-minute walk. Last scenic look at this place before heading out 15-20 minutes from Hanson's Point and 5 minutes from where I camped. So sorry about this, but for whatever reason, my mic lost about half my audio. So this is a picture of that little spur. It's going to get you to this overlook. Look, I promise this is the way our parents used to get to school. Look at this. This is uphill both ways. How is it possible? Just here, a little observation point off the side of the trail. I mean, it's not quite as majestic as the other ones I've spent some of my weekend at, but figured it was a good enough place to say goodbye to this park because we are almost at the car. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching if you made it this far. I'm just getting around to editing this now a couple of days later. My closeout conclusion video that I made when I got back to my car had the same kind of mic issues, but worse, as I had the Pinchum Tight gap that it got corrupted. So I'll definitely have to get that figured out for next time, but shout out to everybody I met on the trail. They were wonderful, wonderful people. Some from my same county, some alum from my school, which is pretty cool because I was several hours from home. And yeah, I had a wonderful time. Would recommend going out there and soaking that all in. And like I said, thanks for sticking around this long. Go ahead and like, comment, any suggestions. Give me a subscribe. It'd really help me out. Be motivating. But thank you so much for watching, and I'm looking forward to catching you all next time. Go become more. Cheers, friends.